I've been trying to get away from zoning if I can a little bit, and that's just because I've been actually paying more attention to how a system is running with, like, one zone when one zone is on. Um, and I know there's systems out there, like Train makes a really nice system. I think Carrier has a really nice system too that will kinda negate the downside of zoning, but zoning has its place, and I think if you have an older house, it is an option I'll talk to somebody about, but if you're doing something from scratch, I think 9 times out of 10 you can get away with not zoning a system if you design it correctly.
So you're more of a one zone, one system.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense. If you're going to do one zone, I mean that's the perfect zone instead of zoning. A lot of times we'll have something like, and I assume it's the same where you are, where you're zoning two very different areas, upstairs, downstairs, two wildly different loads. And it's a calculated compromise. So having one system is
And
definitely the best way to go.
there's times where there's no way around it though. You'll have like a room where it's all windows, like a porch or something like that, a glass solarium, whatever. You're gonna have to do something, you know. But that's a mini split, right?
Big old mini split. Yeah. Maybe one of the floor mounted ones right next to the door.
Yeah.
Have you ever put in one of the floor mounted mini splits?
Yeah.
Opinion of them? I've never done one.
Um, I think they're nice, but I've never had to go back and clean one, and I question how you would hose that thing out. I've
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you go back and clean them or you just put in a new one?
that's a good question.
I assume because my gree. I just make this up. My gree training said just whenever you have a service call, just take a new gree out there, undo it, put the new one up there. Low opinion. I have a low opinion of mini splits. It's kind of funny. I've seen them last a long time, and some of it's kind of just me playing around. But how often do you use quote unquote mini splits? The group of items, non ducted,
Right.
uh, or they have ducted stuff too now that I still call mini split for whatever reason. But you know what I'm saying? It's some
Yeah.
VRF stuff, home VRF stuff.
Usually, I'll use a mini split when I'm working on a house that has an addition where it's like a one room addition. I'll do a mini split like that. Or if it's a small addition but multiple rooms, I'll do a ducted mini split and use a nice filter because I think that's one of the biggest downfalls of mini splits is their filtration sucks on them and they become big balls of mold.
That's true. They have the same filter that a window unit has, basically.
Yeah.
A lot of standard ones. Oh, that's true. What about your the air handler, the ducted air handlers? And I know we've done them before, but it has been a long, long time. Are they filtered the same way? Is there a filter slot in the ones that you have done? I'm trying to remember.
No, it's like a weird setup. And honestly, I don't know if there's a kit that you're supposed to use or what, but there's like this weird bolt pattern thing on the return side. And I either bolt right to, their flange and it's like a weird setup and then just seal around it, make a transition to a nicer media filter. Or I've also at times just removed their flange altogether that's bolted on and just screw right directly to the side of the unit.
Oh, a cowboy.
Yeah.
You're a cowboy of HVAC.
Rules are made to be broken.
I don't know if I believe that you believe that.